nagmamahal na di magkasundo ang ating puso kung kailan nagkaunawaan nun pa maglalayo ito ba'y wasto bakit ba
Genius. Genius. Yep. Film genius, two words.
wala yatang paraan at ngayon kung tayo'y lilingon sa ating nagdaan.
Definitely, he's one of the best, and I'm so proud to have worked with him, and I still would want to work with him. I would consider him one of my best directors. Of my films that I've done for him were one of the best films that I mean, this is an experience that I cannot forget, and it's a rare chance.
Timbangin mo't ang luha man din ang may kabigat.
Gusto ko yung pinakamagandang hayop sa balat ng lupa. Gustong-gusto ko si Celso sa mga rustic settings, mga ethnic women. Gusto ko siya sa mga pelikula niya kung saan ang babae gino-glorify niya. The way he treats women. Gustong-gusto ko siya doon sa mga ganung klaseng direction. Siguro passionate kasi siyang tao. He's not only passionate, he's also a dreamer. So to me, I find it very effective when he works on yung subject matter, ang tema, kababaihan.
When you talk about the auteur theories, Bernal definitely is an auteur. Roca is definitely an auteur. So is Castillo. But Castillo as auteur is a true, authentic cinematic auteur. For me, is Celso Kid a more I don't know what the adjective is, advanced, the more complete, the more total, the more cinematic, maybe that's the best, of the three directors.
Saan man nagsama itong ating daan? Pilit na muling magsama pa, wala yata.
What happens, I think, and this is happening to me too, the situation changes. You don't. You progress. But then there are consciousnesses. There's a kind of consciousness that changes. And your consciousness does not particularly match the general consciousness that's going on now. And just because it's new doesn't mean it's necessarily better. It's different. And sometimes you've taken your whole life getting there, and then you don't want to change it because now you're expressing yourself a lot better with this consciousness that has brought you to this point. But now people are not really interested in that kind of consciousness. They want to move on. And frankly, the new consciousness there is right now bores me to death. And I think it bores Celso too. And I think in terms of Celso, he also was one of the first people who consciously explored the Southeast Asian market. He went out and did movies in Indonesia, I think, Malaysia. Again, he was doing things that we're not doing. Okay, so he was there, and Whether it was successful or not is not as important as the fact that he went out and did it. But to do this, I think he's had to adjust a certain consciousness, a certain cultural, try to find what is it culturally we have the same. Globalization is easy when you're talking about hamburgers, but globalization in terms of ideas and the cultural values, I think, is a lot more complex. And so your message gets defocused. It gets mapusyaw. It gets I don't know when I'm talking Ilonggo. I don't know when I'm talking Labnao. It becomes watered down. So yeah, and then what happens, of course, is the commercial aspect of Philippine movies is wala nang hit si Celso, so laos na siya. The person isn't laos. He's going through changes, and of course, since they can't market it, they can't package it, then they can't sell him. And movies is a really expensive way in order for a person to operate his craft. When you're a new director, you can only learn by doing a movie. And boy, what an expensive way to learn. You have to make a movie in order to do a movie. And now that you're adjusting your worldview because you've reached a new level of maturity, you need to do a movie, or you need to do a certain series of movies in order to be able to capture this new head of yours. And that takes money too. But since you have all that experience now, the world is very cruel. The minute it doesn't work, daos ka na. Daos na. I can't sell you. So if you can't get projects, then you can't work. You cannot work. I'm not saying work na make money. You can't work and try out your worldview. So I think this is where Celso is. Good luck, Celso.
Siyempre malungkot isipin na ang dami-dami mahusay ng mga direktor mula kina Elwood Perez hanggang but lalo na kay Celso na ganun ka-ungrateful ang ating industriya, yung mga taong ang dami-daming naging kontribusyon at ang dami-daming naging achievement at ang dami-dami pang pwedeng ibigay. Ang dali nating makalimutan, ang dali tayong na-excite sa mga bagong dumarating at gusto natin bago. So parang maraming bagay ang napakadaling mamatay. And so namatay yung panahon yun, late 60s and early 80s, with one decade na pwedeng i-consider na second golden age ng Philippine cinema. Mula 1976 hanggang 1985. One decade. Parang wala pang sumusunod na ganung klaseng dekada, ganung klaseng golden age. And so, isa sa mga nawala yung period na yun, si Celso. Yung bihira na. So, sayang. Sana makita ng generation natin ngayon na kung maraming masasabi ang mga bagong dugo, mas maraming masasabi ang mga lumang dugo. Kasi dumaan na sila, nahinog na sila ng panahon. Marami silang pwedeng sabihin kung papakinggan lang sila.
Mahal mo ako'y kasing mahal pa rin naman kita. Wala ring iba. Bakit ba? Saan man nagsanga itong
Bahagi ng kultura natin, Celso. We grew up, whether you know him or not, subliminal kasi andun siya, yung mga trabaho niya.
And this time, pag nag-usap kami, very engaging na. He was talking about his Hajj pilgrimage in Mecca. And so, very spiritual siya. But at the same time, we'd be discussing everything under the sun. So, not only is he a great artist, but as a person, talagang marami kang makukuhang knowledge and insights from him.
And what's nice with Celso also, when he knows that you're able to deliver, he'll trust you na rin to come up with your own interpretations. But at the same time, he's there to really guide you. Kasi siya yung may vision. Siya yung nakakaalam na minsan ako nagugulat parang, hindi ko maiisip na gagawin ko yun. Pero with him at the helm, hindi ka magkakamali.
Celso is very easy to work with, he's very relaxed on the set, and he gives his actors, leeway to perform the role, and there's no tension on the set.
He's very quiet on the set, very intense. It's not like other directors that he really takes time out and indulges in eating and everything. No, even while we're eating, he's thinking about his next shot. Next shot meaning your dialogue, your walking, the being behind the camera, the lens, everything, the lighting. He's in everything.
Celso loved his work. He loved his actors. He put his heart and soul in whatever it is that he was doing. He had focus, and he had the creativity. He had the hand of an artist in whatever it is that he was doing.
Undescribable.
No, it's been a long time since I last saw him. But at this point, nakalimutan ko yung galit ko sa kanya. Sabihin, all is forgotten and all is well with me and him. Last time we saw each other, we were like good friends. So that's good.
Describe Celso Ad in one word.
Celso is a great director, period.
And if ever given the chance, would you still work with him?
Oh, surely. But I'll give him new ideas this time.
These are the things I learned from Celso. Ang tawag nito, Korean bag. My God, doon ako unang nakakita. Korean bag. Kaya talagang yung location talaga ni Celso, very much the kid talaga. Yung Korean bag, tinitiris daw yun, nilalagay nila sa pandesal, and the whole time, hindi mo na kailangan ng Viagra.
And nung ko pa gustong gumawa ng pelikula kay Celso, kasi ako, maski sa impression ng tao, parang conventional, conservative, baliw ako eh. Gusto ko yung magulo eh. Maski sa mga sinusulat ko, gusto ko yung walang genre, yung walang kahon eh. So, Celso, pag tumitingin ako, ay, ganito ang gusto kong gawin eh. But walang natuloy eh, walang matuloy-tuloy eh.
Well, I don't know what maestro means exactly, but certainly Celso Ad deserves recognition along with the others who have just mentioned, Lino Broca, Ismael Bernal, Jerry De Leon himself. Yes, he certainly is one of the superior filmmakers that this country has produced.
I've always loved the seas, beaches. Kasi I've always believed that that man came from the ocean, according to Darwin. That's Darwin's theory. Besides, it's really refreshing to work in this kind of atmosphere. Ang madugong daigdig na salvasyon, pinakamagat ng hayop sa balat ng lupa, tagula sa tag-araw. I think, halos lahat ng pelikula ko, mayroong portions na sa tabi ng dagat kinunan eh. And because I love the atmosphere.